Any questions?
Dr. Klein, please could you talk to us about healing?
About?
Healing.
Healing. What do you think about it?
Well, to be more specific, if we practice the body work that we learn here,
Yes.
and we fully integrate the teaching into our daily lives, is there then no need for learning any other technique for healing the body?
When you sense the body, there's healing. When you sense the body, you are free from contraction. Illness is contraction. Refusal to be one. When you really deep understand the body work here, you will see that it directs you to healing. When the body is sensed, there is unfolding.
Dr. Klein, what is intuition?
When you see in one moment, without the interfering of the mind, the truth. has been talking very much about intuition. But on the level of the mundanity. An intuition appears instantaneous, and you must not manipulate it by the mind. It is a pure perception. It can never be conceptualized. When thinking is questioning, then you are aware, and you are open to intuition. In positive thinking, there's no possibility for intuition. It is only in questioning and asking. That you are free from memory and open to the unknown. Intuition is not an insight. An insight strikes your whole being. You are in a dark room, and suddenly you are visited by light. And you keep to this light, it brings you out of the dark room. In reality, it is through understanding. When you say, I understood. In reality, when you say, I understood, you have not understood. You have the understanding conceptualized. Understanding brings you back in a pure sensing. We know mainly the understanding in conceptualization. We should never say, I understood. Because the understanding really is before you say, I understood.
Dr. Klein, for this pure sensing to take place, does the mind have to first relinquish this whole process of becoming, of trying to reach, of
when there's being, understanding, there's no more becoming. When the understanding goes around an object, the mind is not completely satisfied. But when you have really the insight, there's no becoming. You're free from becoming. You can even feel it on the level of the body. There's a giving up. You don't give up, but that is the understanding. The result of the understanding is a giving up. And when the mind gives up, you feel it. You feel it more as you put up your luggage of 50 pounds.
Is the mind then free to look, to go much more deeply into this question of what is beauty?
Who am I is the first and the last question. There is no other question. Concerning your real nature. That is an awakening, and the last awakening. There's no other awakening.
Dr. Klein, is it possible for the artist to express oneness through his or her work? Or is there no need of expression?
You maybe have a clear vision during your night, or you are still impregnated by the stillness, a vision of proportion, of relationship. When you then in the morning still impregnated by the relationship, and you execute it in space and time, there's not a doer, there's not a painter. There's only painting.
So the greater the artist,
Yes.
the less he is present.
Yes. There's only grace.
And that is the same for music, for acting.
Free yourself on representation. Have deeply the feeling of pure perception, color, relationship, form. And you are still attached to the form. Form is a pretext in a certain way. Like if there's only painting, there's not a painter.
Dr. Klein, you referred to sensing the body as being essential to the process of healing. Do you see any place for pain-killing medicine in the treatment of pain and illness?
In other words,
well, if the process of healing is brought about by sensing our bodies,
yes.
Is it unhelpful if you have a lot of pain?
When you have a lot of pain, of course, the body is better sensed. When you sense really the part which is painful, you free it from pain. It takes time that you come to the total sensing of your body. Then when the body is completely sensed, I would say then it's a healthy body. And when there is still something, it is a way to heal it. A relaxed body is a dead body. You will come first to the relaxed body, and then you come to the energetic body. When you sense the body, you are also giving up all tension, defense, and there are so many residues from previous tension, reaction, defending. It's only through the sensing of the body it acts on the awareness, and it acts also on the body. Through body sensing, you come to a higher awareness. Through body sensing, there comes to a new relation between all the organs which build our body.
Could it be useful, Dr. Klein, could it be useful to do it several times a day, to stop the normal work and sit down and try to sense?
Absolutely. When you're at home, in your home there must be harmony, proportion. And the whole time the doctor went to the patient, had taken off all the pictures on the wall. He tried to put the bed another way. But because mainly the illness is in the wrong proportion at home. Every evening, every morning, you must sit still. You must, without it obliged, to be invited to give up. To the real state of meditation, you can only come first through the giving up. free from the Abgewehr. Otherwise, your meditation becomes an object. Important how you go to sleep. You will find the quality of waking up only according to going to sleep. But meditation is taken not as a function or an activity, but as a current of life. So it is really a cleaning of the mind. It's not a problem of duration. It is the quality of the moment itself.
Dr. Klein, during sitting meditation, at times some experience of openness may happen, and soon after there is some parasite, some voice inside who begins commenting the experience. Oh, that is maybe that is what they call openness, and this and that. And I know that it is a kind of parasite, but I don't know how to deal with it.
An object in the morning or in the evening, or the moments when you are invited to meditate, to be still. You must not be invited by an object. There's no object. You feel only still. When you go in meditation with intention, you will never come to the moment of meditation. Then you make meditation a function or an activity. It is nothing else as a flow of beauty, a flow of love. Otherwise, you make an object of it. What it is not. Otherwise your meditation is nothing else as when you're in a donkey stir or when you are in a blank state. There's only a blank state. Or the donkey in a still. You see what I mean?
Not completely.
You are fixed. You're not free. It's very important how you go to the stillness. It is not an effort to be free from thinking. Written so many books and how to be free from thinking. But it's not a fight against thought. You are free from thought.
Dr. Klein, what is the quality of the colour white?
I beg your pardon.
What is the quality of the colour white in the bodywork? A lot of people were dressed in white yesterday.
The white color
Yes.
incorporate all the colors. I don't speak of the point of view of a painter. It's different. But the question is, you ask, the white color is all the colors.
On the subject of the body work, you ask us to first bend the left leg, then bend the right leg, always in that order, and to have the right hand above the left hand. And why is that?
Yes, and in this system, it is only a system, nothing more. One begins with the negative of your body and ends in the positive.
The left is the negative.
Yes. according to the crossing of the legs, there's nothing precise. Even the yoga understanding by Patanjali, it is the left and the right. But there's a period when you see it in sculptures. Instead of the left on the right on the left. There is nothing precise. Important is that you sense your body, and you keep your sense body when you change it. And when you change it, not to anticipate to where you change it.
Dr. Klein, when we do the exercises here with you, there seems to be harmony between the instructions coming and the body reacting to them. So there seems to be flowing of the movement. And within the exercise, it seems it's clear to observe the body and the contractions and observe thought coming in or not coming in. When I do the exercises at home, it seems it's the mind giving the instructions to the body. And the body is reacting in a different way. There's lots of end gaining, there's lots of sense of achieving.
Achieving is when you anticipate. When you don't anticipate, there's no achieving. But it's a pure joy to put your right leg on the left leg. As we have an organic memory, we keep the healthy sensation from the beginning to the end. And in the moment there comes in a contraction, a parasite, you just should stop and go back. But it's a sensing from the beginning to the end. There must not be violence. Yoga is not a gymnastic. And you must do the posture correct. The correct posture brings you in relation with the cosmic power. It begins a new orchestration of all energies. But under the condition you made in the right way. In reality, there are very few postures. In the Patanjali work, one speaks of 3 postures. Hatha Yoga Pradipika, 1 posture. So there's a different posture, form of gymnastic, that they call it archetypes, is only later. It's been come in our 20th century, and not older than 60 or 80 years. But one can say you to work many, many postures to execute really 1 posture. It is Padmasana.
Dr. Klein, could you explain what the 3 postures are, please? What the 3 postures are that you just said? What the essence of yoga, of Hatha Yoga?
Yes, would you ask again?
What are the 3 postures that you said are the essence?
The main posture is Padmasana.
Which one is that, please? I don't know the names.
This, that you put the right legs on the left and the left on the right. That your lumbar region is completely straight. It's the cervical region and dorsal region. That you remain first in contact with the earth, with the energy of the earth. The energy goes in where there's the cavity. There's another cavity here. The energy must come also in. So I want you to do this posture. It takes time. It is in doing it that there's understanding. When you not do it, there's no need to speak about it. It's more or less a kind of curiosity. And you don't need it at the end. But it's still an inquiry. But you are not.
Dr. Klein, I'm free from thoughts. But what about personal responsibility? I want to be responsible for my thoughts and my actions.
As long as you take yourself for an independent entity, you are responsible. All what you do and all what you think, all what you feel. When you are free from the person, there's no more responsibility. There is responsibility. You see? Tomorrow morning you will see it. When you are free from the I concept, there is spontaneity. Only then there is spontaneity. You are completely appropriate in every moment what you are doing. You are really adequate in life. You are free from the vicious circle of doing and not doing.
John, is the energy body the body free from patterns?
Is the energy body.
Is the energy body the body free from patterns?
It is the energy body which takes the physical body in charge.
Dr. Klein, but is the energy body healthy all the time, or can it have contractions as well?
No, the energy body is constant. You may not be aware of it, but it is constant. Sometimes we call it subtle body.
So is it just the physical body that knows disease and illness?
Yes.
Do we all have the same energy body?
Do we all have the same energy body?
We have all the energy body. But we are more or less aware of it. We have all the same consciousness. But we are more or less aware of it. All is in one, and one is in one.
Dr. Klein, I'm still about the energy body. In the case of acupuncture, which is working on the energy meridians in the body, is that part of the energy body or is that different? Because those meridians are subject to stoppage and sort of energy imbalance, are they not?
It is the same energy body, but it is orchestrated in a different way. And appearingly it is also located in a different way. Our body is built up by convexity and cavity. All what is cavity, the power comes from outside to inside. And all what is convexity from inside to outside.
Dr. Klein, who is the person that you speak of?
Who is the person?
What is the person? The ego.
The person is the accumulation of sayings, believing, understanding, appropriation. All what you appropriate yourself belongs to the personality. This personality, you need it in daily life. You work with it. It's a tool, a very, very important tool. But to identify yourself as a personality is complete nonsense.
And the self. That's not the person.
The self is present.
The self is the person.
The self is present, and is only present when you are absent. It is only present in your absence. As long as you be somebody, there's no place for the self.
As a child, being children, are they already, do they already identify with that personality, or are they still free from that?
It is only the beginning, a kind of early identification. The mother said, "Oh, how have you beautiful curly hairs?" Immediately the child identified himself with the curly hairs. How beautiful eyes. Very clever. And this identification, one must see it in the moment itself.
Dr. Klein, does psychological thinking have a correspondence in the energy body? In other words, can it be sensed? Should it be sensed?
It functions through psychological memory. In psychological memory, you're in the past and in the future. The future and the past. Memory, in reality, is only for maintaining the I concept. When you one moment and see really this identification with an I concept, you're free. There's no more psychological memory. There's only functional memory, what we need in the moment we use it. But we are not living according to psychological memory. Be acquainted with whole seeing, global seeing. Without choice. When you see yourself, don't see it through the I concept. Be free to see it from any object.
Dr. Klein, do you think it's possible to bring up? Do you think it's possible to bring up little children without them forming this attachment, so that they remain free?
To live with children first, you must be free yourself from any qualification. The child is looking for learning, understanding. He is trying to appropriate yourself of the world. So the nearest environment of father and mother,
So if the father and mother haven't freed themselves of the I concept, then the child's going to pick that up.
Absolutely. Dealing with the child and living with the child, you feel it, you see it immediately. If the father takes the fork with 2 fingers, the child will take it also for sometimes with 2 fingers. Then you will see that it's not functional.
Dr. Klein, what if you were to play the child Dr. Klein tapes?
I beg your pardon.
What if you were to just play the child cassette tapes of your talks and nothing else?
The understanding till a certain age by a child is quite different as by a person of 14 or 15 years old. The understanding by a child is different. What important is to keep constantly being available. Available for oneself and available for the others. It's only through this availability that you come to this insight of being. In other words, be open. Be ready. Because in a state of being available, there's no a place for an I concept. You're open. You're open to your life, inner life and outer life. Because what you see really, what you are profoundly, you are the availability. But not available for something, but availability. Not open to something, but open to the openness. It takes time to understand. But it means being available. We come to see that when we are available to something, but finding ourselves in the objectless availability, it takes time to understand it. When you are really available, you are open. You are unfurnished.
Klein, when you lose the personality, when you realize it doesn't exist.
Yes, and you don't use it anymore.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes, you don't use it anymore.
Strange.
You forget it.
Yeah, it feels rather strange though, after 40 years of living with it. It feels like you've lost an old friend. And how do you go on from there to find out what you really are?
You will see that you are stuck to the personality.
You said if you're stuck to it.
Stuck. You are, there's no relationship, there's no space. And your life is only repetition. You use always the same pattern. You fall in the same pattern. You will become aware how you function in daily life. And that's what is important, that you see the impact after seeing it. That is important. That is the moment where you switch over.
It does make a big difference. The way you act, the way you see things,
Yes.
deal with things. When there's no personality there,
No.
it's a different way of doing things somehow.
You inquire, you explore in a different way.
Seems more in life somehow.
Yes. Life begins to become rich, very rich. When you need the personality is at your disposal.
How does one then move on from the absence of personality to find out, can you do it as you live in daily life?
Live spontaneously. You look again. You will see that before you have living with the personality, you have never seen anything.
Dr. Klein, who identifies with the personality?
Excuse me, I don't understand your question.
Who identifies with the personality?
Yes. Mainly person are identified with the personality. Using the personality for all kinds of things. Even for going married. And you're free from the personality. See how you live with this freshness of inquiring. This freshness of seeing, hearing.
Dr. Klein, is the self connected to a Godhead of any kind? The self, is it connected to a Godhead of any kind? A bigger self?
Is the self connected to a Godhead of any kind, a bigger self?
The universe or something?
First, for you, what is God? A concept. God is more as a concept. Or what do you say? What is it?
What is God? To me.
The concept is not what it conceptualized. It is an experience. So see first what the concept conceptualized. Think it out. Feel it.
Is it then that you just go back into the void? Or is God eternity?
Don't use the word God as long as you don't know what it means for you. God is not the meaning. But that's not okay.
Well, what about consciousness then? The ultimate consciousness.
What is consciousness for you? When you use the word. When you use the word consciousness, what do you mean?
I mean using your thinking, using your feeling, using your intuition, and using your sensing as it happens, and therefore then being whole. Full. Whole.
Consciousness for you is only to know what you are not. Your body, senses and mind. Consciousness know it. So consciousness is a knower of body, senses and mind.
But does it not come from that in some way as well?
Explore first body, senses and mind.
What is mind?
What is?
What is mind?
What is mind?
Mind. Mind is a personality for you.
Persona.
You come through all these questions, then you ask yourself what you are really.
Pardon?
What you are really. What is the meaning of life?
To become conscious.
You use words, but you don't know that the words are pointers. And towards them point, you don't know it.
Pardon?
You should be more interested in yourself, profoundly. Inquire. You live with things and hears what you believe.
Pardon? I find it hard to hear that last sentence.
What life is for you.
To live.
Yes, to live.
As much as one can.
Who is this liver?
To live in the present.
Who is this liver? You think about tomorrow morning you will find eventually.
Who's this liver?
Yes. Can we enjoy sometimes to be together?